get this running the way I want it. All right. All right, we got to warm up on the bar. Yep. Nice and easy. All right, we're gonna get warmed up. So that was our first warm-up set, obviously, as usual. Let's do 225. Keep warming up. Oh, 225 for our second warm-up set. What's up? What's up? We're going to do a triple here. Then we'll add a little bit more weight, keep it climbing. Normal stuff to start off the stream, guys. We streamed last night, too. Last night, we were having a good time. I like this bench better than I like the one at the other gym, though. All right, let's get it.
I thought you were saying we had a call. Damn it.
We deadlifted 2 days ago. No, it's been 3 days. We might deadlift today. It might actually be on the menu. We've been deadlifting twice a week and squatting. Well, this week we squatted twice already, maybe 3 times. I accidentally squatted back-to-back nights thinking it was 2 separate days, or had a day in between that I didn't. All right, let's throw a 25 on there. Get a nice little easy 275. Keep warming up. Nothing heavy yet, just some toddler weight. All right. Nice little close grip on this one. Why not? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. That's what I can say. Good Lord. Starting off the stream strong in the chat, huh? All right, let's slap our two other plates on here, get our 315 rolling. All right. Every time I look at chat, there's something great going on. All right. 315, we're going to do... We have the button up. We've got the khakis, right? We've got the whole workout ensemble. The whole workout ensemble, all right? This is proper workout attire in my world. So this is proper workout attire in my world. I do have my lifting shoes on at least, right? I wear these everywhere, so it makes sense that they would be on. It's a rare occasion you'll catch me not in my lifting shoes because I'm always around weights. That's not what I'm here for, Bug. That's not what I'm here for, Bug. Milk is not spoiled. Milk is not spoiled. This is actually a fresh half gallon. I bought this less than 30 minutes ago. For those of you that don't know, 90% of the time, unless you see me with a full gallon, which usually I'll bring from home if it's a full gallon, because it's usually like halfway down, and I'll grab it on the way out. If you see me with a half gallon, 7 times out of 10, 70% of the time, I picked it up on the way to the gym. Sometimes I'll pregame whenever I'm food shopping, and I'll grab like 1 or 2 half gallons and put them in my fridge. That way I can just grab them and go. But generally, I'm grabbing it at like the grocery store across the street or down the street. So I do not drink soda. No, I do not drink soda. I don't drink soda. I don't drink any like sugary beverages. So no sweet teas, no sodas, no sweetened coffee. Milk in my coffee, but no added sugars or any sweeteners in my coffees. Pre-workout and then water is pretty much what I drink. There's not. I don't stray far from that recipe. So I'm married, Bug. I'm married. It's not what I'm here for, you know. All right. I enjoy life. Lifting is my enjoyment, right? That's my thing. Everybody has their own thing, right? So I don't use the peptides. I know it's the big thing right now. Everybody's advertising them, trying to push them, trying to sell everybody the next best thing, right? But protein, pre-workout creatine, that's my stack, guys. It doesn't change very often, if at all. Sometimes, you know, I'll try a different pre-workout, but I'm not gonna. Nothing crazy, you know. Nothing crazy. Natural always. I know people that do that. I know people that will actually drink a beer before they work out. And carbohydrates is how they justify it, right? But not for me. Not for me. I haven't had anything to like any alcohol in 5-6 years. So zero alcohol. Zero alcohol. All right. 3:15. We're gonna hit this real quick, and then we'll talk about maybe some more weight. Not bad. Close grip to that one. This is actually wobbling, and I know it does that. Every time I lay down on this bench, it happens, and I always say, oh, I'm not going to do that again. Always do. This one's not as bad as the other one, though. There's another bench in here that literally goes sideways almost. You got to be very careful. So my left side felt extra heavy on that one. Yesterday, we went up to, what, 325. Earlier this week, we went to 350. We made a 370 the other day, but it wasn't clean. It wasn't clean. I'm still not anything 370 plus is very uncomfortable right now. Not uncomfortable, but it's very dirty lifts, right? They're not super clean. Anything over 350, I grab a spotter still. Up to 365, or I say up to 355. You don't need a spotter. So feel comfortable with about 355 with no spot still. We've been playing around with 370 a little bit and a 375. I don't think we hit the 375. They touched the bar. So I reckon same as last year, we'll probably end up with a total of like 20 to 30 pounds added to our bench this year. So, which is about the average I do year over year. It's been that way for about 2 years now. We do about 30 pounds a year. So we've been playing around with 370 now, Mermaid. I wouldn't call it clean though. It's not something I would take to competition for sure. It's not competitive ready. So we're not really stuck with 365 either. We've had that conversation. I feel like you were here for that, Mermaid. But we are back on the climb. 365 is moving smooth. 370 is moving. 375. Once that moves, I'll be comfortable with 370 for a pause or no slow rep, no spot, that kind of thing. But not quite that comfortable with that one yet. Well, I bench more than 350, so. Welcome to the stream, though. So the bench is improving, Mermaid. It's not a super quick process, obviously, because I'm not trying to up my body weight a significant margin. I'm like 5 pounds from being overweight for my weight class that I want to compete in this year. So we're taking things kind of slow because I want to keep my body fat where it's at or less. So every step is incremental right now, because if I do put on too much body weight too quickly, which would be nice as far as numbers are concerned, I'm going to have to cut it before comp, and I don't want to have to do that. And I've got a comp coming up in July. So I would say so, Mermaid. Just do 600. So what was it? I'm not losing hair. So, so here's the thing. So a lot of people we haven't really talked about this. I made a comment on another video about it. So expectation wise, right? So my bench right now, at my body weight, right? So in my weight class, and even the weight class up and the weight class down, the world record naturally, and this is all federations that are tested, right? All tested federations world record is 441, I think. 441, somewhere in that ballpark. It was 76 pounds heavier than where I'm currently comfortable, right? And that was when I was counting it as, so that's from 365, not even 370. So it's about 76 pounds or something like that, 73 pounds, right? Heavier than where I'm at. So we're real close. And 76 pounds is still a significant margin, mind you. But 76 pounds, you know, that's 2 years out if I progress the rate that I progressed the last 2 years. So, and I have about 5 pounds of body weight I can play with to get there, right? So, which doesn't sound like a lot of body weight. You're like, Chris, 5 pounds isn't a lot of body weight. 5 pounds is a lot of body weight when it comes to powerlifting. So, yeah, you got jumped again perspective. But things happen in life. Even when you lift and you coach professionally, things happen in life. So sometimes things outside of your control slow you down a little bit, you know. My life's been very busy over the last like 8 months, outside my personal control, you know, but family's important and you got to take care of your house, you know what I'm saying? So I maintained, I did what I needed to do, and now we're back in the climb. So I didn't compete in that time either. I took a break from competing. I had to get stuff done. Had to make sure people were taken care of. So just be like that sometimes, Mermaid. Unfortunately, as much as I would love it, streaming is not my full-time job. So therefore I can't, you know, put all my eggs in that basket all the time. I've got to get other stuff done sometimes. So family is always number one. So we took 8 months of just maintenance. You know, it hurt me not to see progression. It was about 6 months of no progression. It was just maintaining where I was at. But it hurt my soul a little bit, right? Because I'm a very momentum-oriented person. But you know, got to do what you got to do sometimes. I got kids. I have a wife. You know, I have a lot of family, and that stuff comes first ultimately. So appreciate your perspective. Good to see you here. All right, we got 325 on here. You know, we do 325 every single day. So this is our 325 for the day. I will cut yesterday's 325 and just post it for the shorts like we usually do, but it wasn't ready last night, so I have to cut it tonight. And then this one will be out tomorrow on the shorts if you guys want to rewatch it for some reason. 325 every day, right? This is what, day like 55? Day 50 something. So, but yeah, there's no excuse, mermaid, really. It's not, I'm not trying to make an excuse for it. It's just, you know, took a break. Not a break. I wouldn't say I took a break. I was still working out every day, but I took a break from the hardcore progression standpoint. So my workouts were shorter. My food wasn't as on point for that period of time. I just didn't have as much time to set aside for it. But, you know, as this grows, as the support for the channel, subscribers, things like that grow, members, the more time I can dedicate to this. I have taken some steps to be able to dedicate more time to the social media stuff again. But more time I dedicate to this, the more time I dedicate to this, which is nice. So, which is nice. Appreciate it, mermaid. Oh, so believe it or not, I dress like this on a normal basis, like for professional reasons, for other stuff. I have a lot of different things I do. So this not only is my workout outfit, but it's also, you know, like my day-to-day. Like if you see me in public, I'm either in workout clothes or I'm in khakis or dress pants like this, or a t-shirt and sweatpants. Like that's the only things you'll see me in generally. Once in a blue moon, you'll see me at the grocery store in pajamas. I'm one of those people that'll show up at the grocery store in pajamas and slippers. I don't care, right? What are they gonna say? All right, that was 325. We're gonna add another, let's go 330. Go 330. I don't feel sore today like I did last night. That still bothers me, but we're gonna go 330 anyways. All right. I've benched on worse benches, right? So much worse benches actually. This one's light work comparatively. I've had benches like almost collapse underneath me. Hold on. So there's a bench over here that's even worse. Yeah. Well, I'll show you guys here in a minute, but there's one over there that the headrest is completely unattached. So, oh. But I did weigh myself today. We are 5 pounds within our upper limit for this weight class. So I am in a good spot because 350, I believe right now in competition, I could get 350, which would be a 10-pound jump from my last competition. Now, mind you, competition lifts, gym lifts, very different. So usually a 20-pound difference, right? But I'm willing to bet 350 would move pretty smoothly in competition, right? So with a pause, the whole 9, which ultimately those are the numbers that matter in my world, right? Gym numbers are great, but what you can touch, stop, and go with, right? That's what matters in my world because that's what wins the medals, all right? So, all right, we got 330 on here. We're gonna hit this in about 30 seconds. About 30 seconds, we'll be hitting this. We got this, we might go up, we might go down, and then, what's today, Friday? This is 330 at the moment, 330 at the moment. I have a lot of medals, Mark. I have a lot of medals. A lot of medals, Mark. Mark, I believe you could get yourself a medal. I mean, probably like participation type thing. But Okay, so MEDAL. Metal. I was faster on it. That's all it was. I'm on it today, Mark. You're gonna have to come a lot faster today, Mark. I'm on it today. I got enough caffeine to fuel like 7 of me. All right. It's not the same thing. It's made of metal. You are almost there. I actually have a couple of videos of a dirty 370 now, Mark. Nothing clean yet. We were talking about that earlier. We did one on the stream too at one point. It was very, very unorthodox though. It's not competition ready. You are correct, Mark. It was very dirty. Bar was going like this and like that and like this, and my butt was moving. It wasn't pretty, Mark. But the weight came off my chest and went back in the rack. But it wasn't good enough for competition. We got to get it competition ready. I need to get it moving smooth before I even start trying to pause the weight. I'm thinking probably a pin press. I'm not counting it, Mark. I only count clean reps. Only count clean reps. I'm very picky. I've already done over that. I've already done over that in comp. We did the heaviest I've ever done in comp, Mark, was 341, and it was a really good 341 too. No, this is we got 330 on here. We're gonna hit this real quick and then we'll talk about it. I'm moving slow tonight, guys. Last night I was moving quick, but tonight I'm moving a little slow. Every pound counts in competition, Mark. We did look it up. I'm only like right now, even not counting 370, we're only 76 pounds away from the world record in my weight class. So, which puts me like 96 pounds in comp away. Sounds like a lot, but it's not as much as it sounds like. We got 5 pounds of body weight to work with at the moment. Mark's not a hater. He wants to pretend to be a hater, but he's like probably at least our number 2 fan, right? All right, let's grab it. Woo. Nice and easy. Mark, I'm gonna have to not that one can't be here. You will have none of that, Mark. All right, let's add a little bit more weight. We'll add a 5 to each side. We'll up it to a 5. I could take the other 5 off and just put a 10 on, but that's like cardio, right? So moving 2 plates at once is crazy. It's crazy. Mark, we've progressed since then. I already posted, what was it, the hundreds for like 7. I've yet to see you touch them. All right. For those that don't know, Mark back in the day hit 65 for 3 on the shoulder press. He hasn't stopped talking about it since. Barbell as well. It's barbell, 65 barbell. So just 12? Just 12? All right. Pounds. All right. About 30 more seconds, we'll grab this. Keep climbing. You you know, I want to see the video, Mark. 120s for 12. I want to see the video. I want to see the video. Shoulder press, right? We're not talking about deadlifts. I don't think so, Jack. Yep, this is my gym fit. We got 120s here, Mark. You're welcome to drop by. I'll get you a day pass. You drop by, we got 120s here. I think it was 120 the heaviest. I want to say they go 125 here. Maybe 120s is there's 125. I see the 125. Yeah, no, not gonna fly you out. It's a fake fan. Doesn't even know where I'm at. That's crazy. That's crazy. Fake fan. No, Jack, he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right, Jack. I'm gonna be all right too. I'm gonna be all right too. Lifting heavy weight doesn't inherently cause injuries. Doing things improperly can, or there's potential for the odd sudden injury. If you have maybe a bone density issue or old injuries, things like that. But you have a freak accident, I guess. Yeah, I take pre-workout. Regardless of whether or not Mark is doing 120s for 12, 120s for 12 is not inherently going to cause you injury. All right. And it's not it's a lot of weight. 120s for 12 is significant on shoulder press, right? But it's not unheard of. It's been done. What is who was it? Julius Maddox did 4 and some change barbell seated, 4 and some change overhead. So. You trained him? I believe you. Yeah. You trained him. You know what I recently found out? I didn't know this, and I'm not saying he's lying. I'm going to say that right now. I'm not saying he's lying, but I didn't know Julius claims natural. I heard recently that he claims natural, lifetime natural. I'll let that one show, Mark. I'll definitely. I okayed that comment. You got to live with that one now. I'm telling you what I heard. I don't remember where I heard it. I have to go look, but I give everybody benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go look into it because I heard it recently. So I heard recently he claims natural. I don't know if that's true. He might have lifted it a little improperly. Who knows? It's going to be okay. It's possible, Mark. Like I said, I just recently heard it. It wasn't an interview. It was they were breaking down his legacy type thing. So it's possible they had bad information. I didn't go and double check it yet. So, all right, let's hit this. So what do we got on here now? 335 or something? Guys, you got to remind me next time not to lay on this bench. I got to get that side. They were full when I got here. I didn't want this bench, but I did want that bench more. So this one isn't as bad as that one. That one is I'm pointing you guys can see it. That one is a death trap. Check this out. So this one wobbles on the left side, right? Check this out. This one's bad. gonna put that there. That way the next person that lays on it knows. All right. I've seen that. So I've done 315 with just my shoulders on the bench. I haven't tried anything heavier than that yet. So just shoulders. I didn't do it on the bar. I remember seeing if it was on a dumbbell. That I haven't tried yet. I haven't done 500 on it for sure. Quinn Stock claims natural. I know that for a fact. No, it looks like an eggnog container, but it's just whole milk. This is at Lowe's Foods. They sell it in these containers that are like yellow. I don't know why. He claims it though. I have seen it. I have seen him claim natural. Maybe it's an old claim, but I've seen it. I can't remember what video it was, but there was definitely a natty claim. Whether or not he is, is always up for debate. Whole milk is great. Well, we know that you lie very often, Mark. So I always give benefit of the doubt, except to Mark. I was wondering where you were at yesterday, Mark. We had we had a good session yesterday. We did a lot of fun stuff. We squatted yesterday. It was a great time. All right, today's Friday. We got one more bench session this week. Let's go 225. Let's do 7 with pauses, and then close grip. I'll just do regular pause. I'm not going to close grip for the 225. We did incline the other day. We didn't do it live though. We did incline the other day for the first time. Well, I've done incline 3 times total in the last 3 years. I don't ever incline bench. It's not part of my routine. But someone else was incline benching that I work out with from time to time. It was a whole group of people. And they started 3 plates, but it was Smith, right? It was a Smith machine. So it was 295, 305? We did that for a double, triple, and then we did drop sets. So right here and right here were sore for 2 days. Mark has a video camera. So I want to see Mark do the 120s for 12. I'm gonna be honest. All right. All right, we said we're going to do pauses. So, got a nice little pop in my back too. No, my back's fine. You are SpongeBob. You are SpongeBob. It's a great time. It's a great time. What else is there better to do than lift weights on a Friday? What else is better to do? This is the play. Saturdays, Fridays, Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, lift weights. Be great. Lift weights, be great. Oh, My pre-workout is kicking. I might go grab a little bottle of it though. They've got the C4 Ultimate bottles over in the fridge. If anybody needs pre-workout in the shopping tab, I actually get a kickback on pre-workouts through YouTube now. So it helps the channel out. So if you need pre-workout, it's actually a pre-workout that I take. So I've had good times with it. It's strong enough. It's pretty strong. I 2-scoop everything though, so you got to take my. I've taken the powder, the C4 powder before. I did for a long time actually. I was on C4's pre-workout powder, their ultimate, for like a year and a half, and it was always solid. You got a bench? I wouldn't use that one.
Yeah, I see something happening.
It's been like that for a few days. People just keep putting it back.
That's what I was gonna do. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't recommend it. You want this one?
Nah, you good. Finish up.
I already finished up.
I'm about to do the. Oh, I gotta wait till they're done. Damn.
My shoulders were sore from the incline for like 2 days.
Oh, I'm
Like right here.
Yeah.
They were rough.
Hey, but you did that. Respect.
I did do it.
Yeah.
Regretted it for like 2 days, but I did it.
Hey, it built my shoulder back. I'm happy. I can move. I can lift.
Yeah, it didn't feel terrible like doing it. It was just the matter of like, I went, because I bench every day. So the next day I went back to bench, and at that full stretch at the bottom, everything was on fire.
Yeah.
So
You gotta learn to take that 1 or 2 day
Nope.
rest.
can't.
God.
My world doesn't allow rest.
I would
So-
like that.
Am I wearing dress clothes? Yeah, these are my workout clothes. These are my workout clothes.
Well, whenever they get done with that.
This is the gym fit right here of 2026. Should who be bigger? Me? It's been well over a year and a half. Well over a year and a half. It's the way to go, SpongeBob. Bench.
Well, no, I want that bar they're using. What I was talking about.
You're stronger than them. Just go take it.
Yeah, you know, then it's like a 2v1. You know, I'm a little fatigued.
That's fair.
You know, I probably can handle 1 for sure, 1.5. Then I don't know. I don't know their abilities.
You just got to pick out whichever one's braver. As long as you take him out, the other one will take off.
Yeah, but that's the second guy's the sucker punch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, you take out the guy who has honor, who's going to run your proper fade.
Yeah.
And the other guy's like, oh, no, fuck that.
Yeah, in the back of the head, too. Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, ain't no good. Then you got a headache for like a week.
Now, if
Concussion protocol.
If you strangle one, I can grab the ball and run off.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I want to see how fast you can run with that bar. That bar's kind of, it's awkward and heavy. I think it's 55 pounds.
Really?
I think so. I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure it's heavier than a traditional bar.
Okay, well, that makes a lot more sense.
But that wobble it gives, like, coming, it's great, but.
That's fine. I'm going to do that. I'm going to just wait. I'll just wait. All right, boss man.
All right.
You guys are 335 in the pressure?
Yeah.
That's fucking diabolical, man. I love it.
Appreciate it. So would you prefer to be bigger or stronger? That's the question, right? I want to be as strong as possible for every weight class that I'm in, right? So I'm 175, but my bench is, we'll say, we're not going to claim 370 until I get it clean, but 365 clean, you know? So competition about 350 ready. So at 177-ish. So, all right, let's figure out what we're doing here. What's up, Max? I guarantee I can get 350 in comp right now. Guarantee I could get 350 in comp right now, without a question. Without a question. We were doing, what was it, like Larson and butterfly kicks or bicycle kicks with 340 and 345. Well, I mean, I'm not in a competition right now, Mark. But yeah, like full call, I can guarantee I'd get 350. 360 in comp, probably rough right now. All right, we're gonna do curls. We're gonna do curls. I did cable curls yesterday. No, I did preachers yesterday. We need to do cables today. Cables today. We tested it, Mark. It was 9% on the last test ish, like 9, like some like point something. I proved it. I proved it, Mark. It has been proven. We tested it twice actually, because people still didn't believe me after the test. But a lot of people don't realize that 9%, what the difference between 9% and like, so the lowest I've ever been was 4.7 measured percent. That was when I was very, very small. I was probably like 150 pounds, and that was big for me at that time, right? But I would imagine that at my lightest, when I was fresh out of surgery before I started working out, my body fat was even lower. But I was also 117 pounds, 119 pounds when I started working out, right? So I was probably like 3 or 4% at that point in my life, but I wasn't measuring because I didn't work out. So the first time I ever measured, I was closing in on 5%. So even if you take into account, obviously I'm not 5% right now, but even if you take into account, you know, margin of error for those machines and those measurements, you're still within single digits. I weigh 177-ish right now. 170. Last night we measured 177. Probably not going to go down to 1%. Yes, I've been with my wife for a lot longer than pre-surgery. My surgery, I was 25. I've been with my wife since I was like 16. Ooh. 1% body fat, well, it's technically possible, is not fun. That wouldn't be a fun time. I've never been 1% that I'm aware of, even when I was at my lightest. 1% is not really a sustainable body fat percentage. That is a beyond competition ready for bodybuilding stages, not even powerlifting. That is like top elite of the elite of the elite. And even that, for most of them, isn't attainable. 5% is extremely difficult. Ugh. Yeah, I've been with my wife for about 14 years. Weight's very under control. I appreciate it though. What, 426, 4,206. I see what you're trying to do there. Someone else already had the name, I imagine. 4206. I don't have a chair here, Mark. I don't just like carry a chair with me. We did preachers yesterday, or I would have done preachers today. But the weight's very much under control. The bar is very, very tight, and you know, I'm a little wider than that bar. So even with my hand all the way at the edge, hold on, let me see if my arms are like in my stomach. So it makes it so I kind of have to move it out in front of me, right? Because my arms are tucked into me, right? You're not going to get much of a curl sitting on the floor, Mark. 5% is hard. 5% is a very difficult body fat percentage to get to. Maintaining it's even harder, right? So getting there is one thing, but then doing it consistently. I've done one where I lift the couch. Couches are surprisingly light. There you go. Whee! There it is. I don't have access to just a full-size tortoise to curl. I don't know if tortoises would appreciate that either. They're not really big on being picked up. I mean, they don't hate it. I have a tortoise. I have a Russian tortoise at home, but he's not like a super fan of being picked up. He doesn't hate it, but it's not like his favorite thing in the world. So. All right. We'll start 80. Get 3 sets here. Work up each set until we cap the block. It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to hurt them. Mind you, that shell is an extension of their body. Yeah. It's not like you think where they just like, they're attached to the shell. It's not a separate object. All right, so you ever seen a tortoise without a shell? Nope. No, it's not like a snail. I guess snails, they're not attached to their shell, are they? Or I don't know. I guess snails would be attached to their shell. Well, it's not. There's something that's not attached. Not like a hermit crab or a crab, right? That they climb into a shell, right? And then they take the shell and they grow to its size or whatever. Is it hermit crabs that do that, right? No. Their shells actually molt and grow. It's like a really thick skin. All right, some milk. We hit this last set of triceps. Oh, yummy. This is my work outfit. My work outfit. do you mean my set count is all over the place? Rep count is 7, sets of 7. How do you mean? So I did 3 sets of 7 curl, 3 sets of 7 triceps. I mean, bench is a little different because there's heavy singles, but accessories and things like that, or more isolated movements, you're looking at mostly sets of 7, maybe some triples and doubles in there. That's normal. Sets of 7 are normal. Some people will go up to 8 or 9, 10, 12 if they want. Shorter sets, heavier weight, that's the way to go. Volume throughout the week, that's how I play my workouts. So very consistent, actually. Very consistent rep counts, typically. Creature of habit. I'm a creature of habit. All right, we got shoulders to do. We're gonna do dumbbell, I guess, today, because we did plate loaded yesterday, plate loaded like seated. So I kind of want to do dumbbell today. We could do, there's also block loaded machine that we haven't done this week yet, but I kind of want to do dumbbell. So we're going to see if the dumbbells are available first, because sometimes this area is packed. Oh, no, looks like there's nobody in the dumbbell area. So we got this to ourselves. To ourselves. All right, dumbbells. Oh, we're gonna start with warm up with like a couple of the sets are missing. We'll do 55s to warm up. All right.
So we have some additional weights on your free weights that we have.
Yeah, there we go. My chat's all messed up. Hold on. I've been looking at it, trying to see what's going on with it. There we go. Fixed. All right.
If you are
What's up, Alex? How's it going, boss? All right, just some light work. 55s, get warm on the shoulders. We've already done curls, bench, triceps, bench curls, triceps, shoulders. We still got a row after this. We still got a row. All right, let's hit it. Might leg press tonight. I was talking about leg pressing last night. Might leg press tonight. I haven't decided what I'm doing for legs yet. I know y'all love leg press. Oh, people always request leg press. Let's go. That light is like blaringly bright. Let's see if I can get a better. It's kind of better. That's gonna have to do. And I'll be in front of it now, right? I could scoot my chair up, but all right. We'll go 70s next, and then I don't know what we're doing for the top set on tonight. We went heavy shoulders yesterday with the plate loaded. We went, what, 3 plates aside for a set of 7. Was it 3 or 4? It was 3 plates, I think. It's like 135 a hand. So shoulders don't feel sore or anything, though. Whoa. Let's grab the 70s. Keep the momentum going. Yep. All right, we got the 70s. Oh, here you go, so you guys can see them. All right, we got the 70s. We're gonna hit these for 7 reps. I don't plan on doing super heavy tonight on the shoulders, so we'll do 7 here, and then we'll do something else we can do for like a triple to 7, somewhere in there. So like maybe the 80s, 85s, 90s for 7, somewhere in there. All right. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Light work. Light work. My pre-workout levels were like here, and now they're like here. I've still got pre-workout pumping through my system, but definitely starting to feel the taper off on that pre-workout. I'm trying to remember what I had nachos for dinner last night. What am I having tonight? I'm trying to remember. I can't recall. Probably chicken. Probably having chicken tonight. It does. Pre-workout. So the thing about pre-workout, guys, especially for me, is I can do my workouts with none. I prefer not to, obviously. But the thing about pre-workout is you get used to that jolt at the beginning of a workout. And while the rest of the workout might be, fine once it starts to taper, your momentum buildup is different. Like if I don't take pre-workout and I do any kind of exercise, I can do the same weights. I can get the same amount of reps, but I definitely feel like I'm taking longer to get through it, right? And even when it's not physically more time, it feels longer. Like it feels like time moves slower because you kind of don't get as locked in, like hyper focused, right? So, all right, we'll go 80s. We'll grab some 80s, hit those for a quick set of 7. And then we got rows to do. Pre-workout, it was not a scam. So some people are more sensitive to the ingredients in pre-workout than others, but there is some of the ingredients in pre-workout are unnecessary for sure. Some of these more like niche ingredients you find in pre-workout can be a little bit like unnecessary or very minor effects, if any. But your primary items like, things to enhance blood flow, your citrulines and things like that, your energy supplements that a lot of them have, like your taurines and your B12, the things to help with lactic acid buildup, like your beta-alanine, which is what causes that itch, but not everybody's super sensitive to beta-alanine. Doesn't mean it's not working. It just means you don't have that sensitivity as far as like the skin sensitivity to beta-alanine, right? Where your skin gets kind of flush. You feel that tingle, that itch. And then caffeine is caffeine, right? Caffeine obviously works. So those are like your primary big ingredients. And depending on the brand of pre-workout you use, those are usually what you'll find in pre-workout. But you can find pre-workouts that have like an abundance of other things in them. They do something, but they may not have like a direct effect on your workout. So, that's a different kind of It's a different kind of thing. Now, pre-workout isn't a replacement for your carbohydrates, mind you. Like if you're carb low walking into a workout, no matter how much pre-workout you dump in your system, you're gonna feel like crap. So it's a combination. Like pre-workout isn't a fix-all. Like if you're low energy because you're not eating enough or something, and that might be why things like a cider might help you because you got those sugars and everything else. If you're not taking in enough carbohydrates for your workout, I don't care how much pre-workout you're taking in, you're still going to have a crap workout. You're going to struggle. You got to make sure everything's right, not just a replacement. Like pre-workout isn't a replacement for food. It's not a replacement for like normal hydration. It doesn't replace anything. It's a supplement to the things you normally have to do, right? So if you're at a low energy during a workout and you're like, oh, the pre-workout isn't working, it's probably working. It's just you're awake mentally, but your physical body doesn't have the fuel it needs to utilize the additional supplementation that a pre-workout offers. So I know a lot of people that go into the gym, they take their creatine, they take their pre-workout, but then they come in on like, 100 calories for the day and they're like, oh, I'm working out fasted. There's no reason for that. A fasted workout is a bad workout in my opinion. It's the only bad workout, right? All right, let's grab these 85s. I grabbed 85s instead of 80s. Yeah. Light work. Light work. Didn't feel bad. That was 7 reps, Alexander, and 7 reps was the amount we wanted. Yeah, if you have other stimulants and a high tolerance to stimulants, that's going to make a difference as well. I don't recommend nicotine for anything. It's not good for you. Does it suppress appetite? I mean, yes, it's shown to suppress appetite in a bad way. It's not a good appetite suppressant. It's a bad appetite suppressant. You want to suppress your appetite, eat leaner proteins. So those were 85-pound dumbbells. So Alexander doesn't know what he's talking about, but he's here. Appreciate you being here. Alexander. I didn't say Alex, Alexander. Alex knows what he's talking about. Yeah, if you feel hungry all the time, protein will keep you feeling full longer, right? It doesn't mean you don't need to eat any carbs. It's just if you don't have enough proteins, you'll get hungry fast, Your body uses those carbohydrates super quick, right? It's really good at processing those. So, and once those are processed, now you feel hungry, right? Your body's producing those hormones that tell you need to eat again. So, all right, we got rows and some leg press, I guess. We'll go do leg press because I don't know what kind of rows I'm going to do yet. So I've done barbell rows this week already. I've done dumbbell rows this week already. Machine rows. I've done all the rows, guys. So we're open game on rows as far as options. So T-bar, we might. We might could do that, but we are running low on time too. So let's go hit that leg press, and then we are going to figure our rows out, host that. This gym closes in 15 minutes. They close early on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. So one thing about this gym I don't like is they close so early on the weekends. They close at 10 normally, and then on Sundays they're closed at 6. I think it's 6. And then during the Friday, they close at 9. I think they close at 8 tomorrow. So, but it'd be like that sometimes. people like to go home, you know. Can't blame the people working at the gym. It's not their choice, right? We're gonna load up 2 plates to kick off. This leg press has a starting weight of, I think, 103 pounds is what's listed. But, you know, we just add plates until they feel heavy. Just add plates until we get tired of adding plates. We have 24 hours here. We have a lot of 24-hour gyms here. This one in particular just isn't. There's some good 24-hour gyms out here as well. This one, they're staffed all day, or they're staffed all the time gym, right? So they're not open when they're not staffed. So I think mostly because they have a pool, and there's a little bit of like liability involved there, not being staffed with a pool. So first set good. It depends on what you qualify as heavy. I don't go like singles on leg press typically. I've never seen a point in it personally. It's fun sometimes just to know, but very rarely will I go singles on leg press. I think the heaviest I've ever had on a leg press on stream, I think we went in the 8s or something like that. Off stream, like 9-ish. I know there's a lot heavier work to be done when it comes to leg press. I've never really cared that much to do heavy leg press. I like heavy everything, don't get me wrong. It's just like, it's not a focus. And I definitely had more in the tanks. I think when I hit 900, I did multiple reps. I had a lot more in the tank. Singles, I would say the best I've ever had on here for singles. I don't know if I've ever gone over like 950, but I think it was for like a double or a triple. I don't know what my single leg press would have been at the time or what it is now. One day, maybe soon, we'll test it. Like beginning of the week, full energy, just see what we can move. What's the worst that happens? For those of you wondering, that is my full down. Was that 5? That is fully compressed into me, all right? It doesn't go any lower than that. Yeah, we put that on hold, Alex. Whenever, you know, everything else went on hold a while back, we put that on hold as well. It's a fun thought, but I have a lot to do before I start doing that again. Right, let's load up. 4 plates, a side, 8 plates total. Still do a set of 7 here. So I think this is the last thing we're gonna do on stream though, because we're 9 minutes to closing, so. All right, we're gonna do this and then we'll do maybe one more set. Maybe one more set. Yeah. I'm trying, man, I'm trying. People don't like when I go too fast. I try and take my time, man. The streams end in like 50 minutes when I rush. I'm trying to take my time now. Oh, let's go a heavy triple real quick. Heavy. Let's go another plate because that's what I got left on the machine here. We got 2 more plates to work with here. And I don't got time to be walking around grabbing plates and loading. And I still got a row. I'm still gonna do delts. All right. Let's just knock this out. We'll hit this for 3 to 7. We'll call it good for the night. Like I said, at some point we'll go heavy on leg press. I know everybody wants to see what I can leg press. It never really interested me. I'm pretty good at leg press, I feel. It's never felt heavy to me, so maybe I do need to try and see where I'm at. Who knows? Maybe I can get like 1,200, 1,300 pounds on here. Who knows? Who knows? At least 1,000, right? At least 1,000. All right. Yeah, plus 10 plays, 450 plus the 103. Yeah, so 453 or 553, 553 for 7. Not anything absurdly impressive, right? Like I said, leg press isn't really my gig. I'm okay at it though. Oh. All right, but it is time, guys. I've got to go. I've got to finish up, and I've still got a couple exercises I got to burn up. So, yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Could be better, right? Could always be more. But all right, you guys have a good one. I will see you guys again, possibly this weekend, but I'm not sure. I might stream again tomorrow. I don't know. I might stream again tonight. I might stream from the house tonight. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. So, all right, you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys then. Appreciate y'all being here, as always.